PWCC is a great way to sell your sports cards. If you're looking for a way to support the Cajun Cardboard YouTube channel, consider using the promo code Cajun, all caps, C-A-J-U-N, when you're selling your cards on the PWCC marketplace. Hey guys, Brian with Cajun Cardboard coming at you from the great state of Louisiana with your every Monday morning PWCC weekly auction recap. This is PWCC weekly auction number 113. As per request, I'm going to make it bigger. That's what she said. I've gotten some requests in the comment to try to make the screen a little bit bigger so you can see the cards a little bit better. And so I've kind of zoomed in a little bit. Let me know if this format works better, if you guys find it more digestible and more helpful. We're going to do the top 48 cards today because I got a hell of a lot of stuff to do. Stay tuned tonight. If you like this video, tonight, the great Josh Dawson at Northeast Sports Cards, a Jordan, one of the few people that I can actually call a super collector, a term that's probably used too often in the hobby. A true Jordan super collector, Josh Dawson, joins the channel for a second episode of Hierarchy Revisited, where we did a live stream last night on Sunday, March 17th. And we talked about anything and everything. Hierarchy, Jordan, even goes outside the scope of Jordan. We even talk a little bit about Wembanyama and some Doncic and Zion and all kinds of stuff. So a really good long form podcast, over an hour long last night. Let's not waste any more time. Let me get you guys going so you can keep your fingers on the pulse of the hobby. Card number 48 is the Glide Drexler 1986 Fleer. His PSA 10 sells last night for $2,280. And I should mention, for those of you who are new to this kind of format or these types of videos, these PWCC weekly auctions are running nonstop, 24/7, 365 days a year. There are always an auction. There's always a PWCC weekly auction going. It doesn't cost money to create a PWCC account and bid on these cards. It is free and instant if you have a PWCC Vault and place the card into your PWCC Vault. When you purchase the card, you can also not want a PWCC Vault at all and buy cards on here and have them shipped to your house just like ComC or Golden or eBay or anything else. So they always start on a Thursday and they always end on the next Sunday. So all of these PWCC weekly auctions at the moment are 10-day auctions. And card number 2 is the 1996 Lenticular Thrill Seekers Jordan PSA 8. Of course, there's a 97 Thrill Seekers as well. This 96 one's rare. Big sale here, $2,340 for this PSA 8 Jordan Thrill Seekers. And then right next to that, the first card we're actually going to look up in Card Ladder is the 1990. I think this card's under the radar. And obviously somebody last night said not anymore, because this 95 SP All-Stars gold die-cut Jordan PSA 10 sold for $2,400 last night. If we look at the last few sales going back by date, $2,400 last night, $2,200 before that, about a month ago, $2,000 before that, about 2 weeks before that. Let's keep going back to August in the fall, $1,800. So from $1,800 to $2,400, you're looking at about a 33% increase over the last 4 sales. So somebody out there agrees with me. That's a big card, a card you need in your collection, and a card that you will find in the Michael Jordan hierarchy as well. Moving on to Luka Doncic red. These reds were serial numbered to 99 in Optic, in the Optic product, unlike the Prism product where I think they're $299. Is that right? I think that's right. Optic reds are numbered to only 99, so 3 times as rare, but then again, it's Optic versus Prism. This PSA 10 sells for $2,520. Is it a time to buy back into Doncic? Have his cards dropped enough? Have we seen the death march crawl to a halt to where we can find some saturation point? I don't know. Let me know in the comments where you guys are on Doncic. Is there still just too many of them out there? Is there so many Doncic rookie card options in so many different colors that maybe it's just not an investable, asset? I don't know. Again, I'm asking from an investor standpoint and from a collector standpoint. You want to make sure you're buying cards at the right price. So is there room to go? Are the cards going to continue to drop? Let me know what you think about Doncic generally speaking, in the comments. World-class player, unquestionably, and certainly a top 5 MVP candidate this year. We got a LeBron, Darius Miles. Yes, you heard me, Darius Miles, dual auto 99. Would this card be worth more if Darius Miles just disappeared? I think the answer we can all agree is yes. Dual patch, Michael Jordan, 1999 SPX winning materials. BGS 8.5. This is a pretty good looking card. No auto, but just patch only. 2,640 for that Jordan memo piece. And then let's look this up, because I'm just every once in a while I like to look up these flagship rookies. The 1980 Topps basketball, Larry Bird, Julius Erving, Magic Johnson. Of course, it's a rookie for Bird and Magic, and you've got Doc squeezed right there in the middle. 2,640 for this PSA 8. This is, wait for it, I'm going to use a bad word, a high pop card. But look what it's done over the last, 6 months. We've got 75 sales in 6 months. 6 months in Louisiana is about 180 days. So this card sells just shy of once every other day in a PSA 8. It's a pop 3,078. But it's the only rookie card that I know of with 2 Hall of Famers in it. Of course, LeBron, Melo, and Wade are all going to be Hall of Famers, so there's going to be a card with 3 Hall of Fame rookies on the same card. When you talk about the 2003, this one's got 2 Hall of Fame rookies, and of course, Doc's in the Hall of Fame as well, but it's not his rookie card. His rookie's 72 Topps. So down 18% over the last 6 months. Down a whopping 42% over the last 1 year, but that's a weird starting point. Over the last 3 months, down 16%. Over the last 1 month, we've got a flat line. So, as I've been saying for about 18 to 24 months on damn near all the cards, have we found the bottom? We need a few more data points, especially on a high pop card like this. And remember, not all PSA 8s are the same, so we're going to figure out where the floor is. But you're looking at about a $2,500 to $3,000 card if you want to put a PSA 8 in your collection. And of course, we know if you want to jump up to the next level, again, also not a low pop card, pop 626. That's about twice how many Jordan PSA 10s there are. The PSA 9 at 1980 Topps, which, to be honest with you, is the best any of us can really hope for, because I think the PSA 10's $500,000, maybe more. Hell, we can look. 488,000, that wasn't a bad guess. So we're probably going to be swimming in the PSA 9 pond if you want to go large. Look at this card. This card's been destroyed. I know for a fact I sold mine for 20, and I know I bought it for, actually I did okay on that one, but look at that card over the last 2 years. The PSA 9 has dropped 45%. A card that sold for 24,000 within the last 2 years. The last one sold for only 12. By my count, that's half. Even in South Louisiana, we got a noir. I said snore. We've got a noir. I don't like saying the word noir, honestly. To be honest with you, I don't like saying words in French. I took Spanish in high school. It just seems effeminate to say the word noir or niche. I probably try not to say those. But this is the 2021 Noir Sneaker Spotlight, which I know is a big deal. These are serial number 99. Great looking cards, especially if you're a sneakerhead. It's where sneakerheads, sneaker collectors, and card collectors merge in the hobby. And they're really cool. It's a really cool insert set. And this is an autograph of one of the GOATs, Steph Curry, serial number 99 out of 99. Math nerds are literally throwing a festival for that. And that sold for $2,760. Next to that, we got an Upper Deck Exquisite Collection. First year Exquisite Mega Napkin is what I like to call this card. It's not an autograph. It's just a huge ass white jersey patch. And it is a big patch. That's what I said. That's what she said. 2,880, serial number to 75 card right there. We've got the Orange Durants, BGS 9.5. Those were serial number to 199, like Prism Blues. $3,000 for that Durant. Durant market has taken a massive beating over the last 2 years. Maybe it's because he's played for 75 teams. 1997 Skybox Premium Golden Touch. I've talked about this card many times on this YouTube channel, and it's a highly sought after insert of Michael Jordan from one of the best products of the 90s, Skybox Premium. This 1997 Skybox Premium PSA 8 sold for $3,000 last night. If we pull it up on the card ladder graph, you can see That is movement, guys. That is movement. Up 31.58% over the last year. There's only been 5 of them sold. This is not a high pop card. There's not a lot of these cards that have ever been graded. And if you guys have ever seen one of these cards in hand and you turn it over, hell, you can look at the front because it's all black edges. I know it looks like it's gold edges, but if you look closely at the card, you can see there's black trim around the entire card. Every single inch of this card is covered with black on the front, and the back has edge wear and chipping issues as well. Not to mention the 8 sharp corners that appear, 12 sharp corners, however many you can count them yourself that appear on this card. So great sale right there for the PSA 8, up 32% over the last year. So maybe it's not only PSA 10 Jordan inserts that are running. This PSA 8 is not doing too bad itself. PSA 5, 10 for the autograph, which is what the true collectors, probably autograph on-card DNA collectors really care about, more than the card grade itself. $3,000 for that Bird Magic autograph in person. And another sneaker spotlight. I'm not going to say the N-word, noir. I did say it, sorry. 2020, Steph Curry, serial number to 99. BGS 8.510 does $3,120. These Eminence things always confuse me. I don't know if that's a silver dollar or gold or silver or platinum. I don't know what's going on. But this is a 1 of 1, and it's platinum. There you go. There's your answer. 2017 Panini Eminence Black Mamba Moments Platinum Bar Kobe Bryant 1 of 1 does $3,120. And then right next to that, we got a really cool Halliburton Gold Contenders Premium Autograph Rookie Card. This is serial number 10 out of 10. $3,360. Let's look up the Kobe Bryant Take It To .net. One of the great insert sets, one of the highest serial numbered, in fact, it might be the highest serial numbered insert set from the 90s that features Jordan and Kobe. These were serial numbered to 1,000. This Kobe is a PSA 10. It does $3,480. That is a Pop 46 in PSA 10, and holy moly, this card has doubled over the last 1 year. Over just the last 12 months, this card has risen from a low of 1,750 to a high last night of 3,400. Excuse me, I'm burping up an energy drink, as disgusting as that sounds. 3,480. So huge sale right there for the Take It To .net Kobe PSA 10. That is a monster sale. We got the gigantic, huge-ass poster board Interlake Jordan with the super old Bulls jersey that my kids made and designed. This BGS 8 Interlake does $3,480. And then we got the Jolly Rancher Edwards, the BGS 9.5 sticker auto Edwards. He actually signed it on the sticker. I've seen a lot of these Anthony Edwards. I'm not an expert, but I do dabble a little bit here and there in Anthony Edwards, and I don't have a ton of autographs or anything like that, but I've noticed that Anthony Edwards tends to miss to the left on his autographs, and sometimes it runs off sticker. This one's actually on the sticker, and so BGS gave it the 10 it deserves, but this 9.5 Jolly Rancher serial number does 16. That's arbitrary. Explain, please. 3,600, that's a Pop 2. Another Kobe, this is serial number to 8, which was one of his jersey numbers. Eminence, and it is an autograph. It's the 2017 Eminence Triple-Double Diamond Gems Kobe Auto. This raw card does 3,600, and then a big Kobe autograph letter thingy does 3,720. 1996 Skybox Cut Above, Skybox EX2000 Cut Above. PSA 10 is a Pop 1. We know who owns that. My aforementioned guest on the show last night, super collector Josh Dawson, owns the only PSA 10 copy in the world. This is a PSA 8 copy, which is where most mere mortals dwell. 3,960 for this Cut Above. What about this one? We saw the Golden Touch was running. Is the Skybox Cut Above running? Yeah, it is, but is it? So here we go, up 34% over the last 1 year. That's great. Again, similar pop to the Golden Touch, Pop 46. Similar movement, up 34%, but it was up all the way over 5,000, and then this one came way down to 3,960. So this is actually the second lowest sale out of the last 5 sales. 3,960 last night, but it is still up from where it was a year ago. So you guys have to do your own research and figure out why that happened. Was the timing right? Was the timing wrong? Was this a bad PSA 8? Was it a good PSA 8? Was the last one just an exceptional copy? Those are all the things that you've just got to do on your own. You guys know the game. I'm not telling you anything you don't already know. A BGS 7.5 Jordan 57 Fleer does 3,960. And here's a card I do want to talk about. I'm a big Luka Doncic fan. He's a transcendent talent, and he's All-NBA every year. You can write it down in pen. It ain't changing. He is just that good. He is an offensive genius, having one of the greatest offensive seasons in the history of basketball, including Wilt's seasons. And no, I'm not joking, and yes, you need to go check yourself. And it's sometimes easily overlooked because he plays for the Mavericks, who are just meh, as my teenage kids would say, meh or mid. 2018 Select Silver Prism Courtside. I remember back in 2018, one of my buddies here, I'm going to shout out Logan, who collects, he loved Luka Doncic. He thought Luka was the next, Jordan, thought he was, Eastern European Jordan. And he's like, have you looked at these courtsides? I think they're super short print. And I didn't know anything about the Select product. I was, I had Prism tunnel vision. These Select courtsides in an era where Panini has printed the hell out of everything. Look at this. This card last night sold for $4,200, and we'll talk about the value of it. But I want you to look at the pop first. There's only been a total of 99 graded. 99 have been graded. It is not a serial numbered card, which is sort of everybody's security blanket on overprinting. A false security blanket, mind you. But this non-serial numbered courtside is... has an incredible gem rate, 72%. So if you can get your hands on a raw one, you got a pretty decent chance of pulling a gem back. But there's only 43 PSA 10s out there. That is really low pop when it comes to ultra modern chromium type cards. And so I think this card's got decent value. And this is one of the rare Luka cards. Look at this. It's green, by the way. Can you see that? This card is up 16.67%. And what's more, reliable is that it's gone up twice in a row. So is that a trend that we've hit the floor on this? Now, I'm going to show you something that might scare you. Please put your kids to bed, get them out of the room, because what I'm about to show you is going to be scary. I haven't clicked it yet, but I know how horrific this is going to look. That is the all-time chart. There is a human being out there, a collector, a peer of ours, a compadre in the hobby, who paid $27,000 for this card at peak of Bubble City in January of 2021. If you were in the hobby in January of 2021, you remember you could do anything you wanted in 2021 and double your money. Literally, you could buy Serena Williams base cards and sell them for triple, 7 days later. Crazy stuff was going on back then. So that's not the greatest graph in the world, but it does tend to indicate that we might have hit the bottom on this particular Luka Doncic card. Obviously, you got to make your own decisions on others like this Purple Ice. Purple Ice is serial number to 149. The Purple Ice sold for $4,440. I'll be honest with you, that's a better card. I know it's a perceived lesser product, but you know what? Give me the Silver Prism PSA, the Silver Courtside Select PSA 10. Even over the Purple Ice. And I know the Purple Ice is going to have a lower pop count. I didn't look it up, but I know it's going to be lower. There's 149 of them, so it's probably more than 43 of them. But I like the Silver Courtside more, to be honest with you. That's just me. Now there's like 11 different colors of Courtside. Shit, there might be 30 different colors. I know there's Zebra Courtside and Donkey Skin Courtside and red and yellow and blue-green Choice Asia Tmall Courtside. They've ruined it, of course, because that's what manufacturers do. When something's good, they print a trillion of them. They're doing it with your cartoon kabooms. They're doing it with everything. Color Blast. Now there's Monopoly Money Blast. Soon there's going to be, it's ridiculous what they're doing. It's just predictable and obvious and sad and shameful, but it is what it is. True RPA for Trae Young. SGC 9, 10 for the autograph, does 4,920. And then a card that's near and dear to my heart, I own this exact same card in this exact same grade with, I think, maybe even the exact same subgrades. And no, this is not my card. But this is the Jordan Rave. This is a card that appears in Tier 2 of the Cajun Cardboard Michael Jordan hierarchy. It's serial number to 399. This is a 9.5 min gem copy. That makes it a pop 11. 4,920 last night makes it, guess what? This is what you want to see if you own a card. If you're a Jordan collector, you want to see that if you look at how many times this card has sold in the last 2 years, that's 730 days. Guess how many times it sold? Once last night. And that's how you get a $4,920 sale. So good looking sale right there for the 9.5 last night. We'll see where the next one sells. There's only 11 of them. And again, just like Doncic, this could be horrific. If we go back to the all-time, there may be one that sold for $12,000. Oh, guess what? That's the highest price ever paid for a BGS 9.5 Rave, serial number to $399 on a public platform. So this Jordan card you're looking at right there broke an all-time record, and it wasn't even close because it tripled the all-time record. So that's what happens when you don't see cards come to market 75 times in a 120-day period. Steph Curry patch auto does 5,040. That's a 1 of 1, by the way. That seems low for a 1 of 1. And again, you know, I don't care about Steph Curry patch autos because there's 800 million of them out there, especially in flawless and immaculate or whatever they're called. 5,040 for that 9.5 1 of 1. That's a pretty cool card. That's a nice sale right there. Giant booklet thingy, 6,000. Another patch auto from flawless. Believe it or not, Steph Curry, 6,600. Why would this one sell for more than this one? Horizontal versus vertical? I don't know. Somebody who likes Steph Curry can probably explain that. I shouldn't say that. I like Steph Curry. I just don't like how many patch auto Steph Curry cards there are. 6,600 for that serial number to 10. LeBron James Chrome Refractor from Bowman Rookies and Stars. PSA 9 does 6,600. These are serial number to 300. I'd forgotten that. I was more focused on why LeBron is wearing all white Reebok aerobic shoes in this picture. 6,600. They should have put a black curtain behind him instead of the stadium. Maybe it would have sold for hundreds of thousands. Stay tuned because the card number 1 on the list, you got to watch till the end, is an all-time record for this particular player. It's the most any card of his has ever sold for ever, and it sold for almost twice as much as the next card, which was a Michael Jordan card. LeBron James 9.510 auto does 6,900. That's 2003 SP Signature Edition. I've seen this card before. It's interesting. It is a 2007 Upper Deck Artifacts Michael Jordan Black Auto, serial numbered 1 out of 5. Math nerds rejoice. BGS 9.5, Pop 1, none higher. So pretty damn cool, and it's a quad gem as well. Pretty damn cool Jordan autograph card here. Really low serial number, $7,200 for that Jordan card right there. And then we're going to look up another Kobe card. This is his 1998 Topps Chrome Apparitions Refractor. Jordan did not have a refractor from Apparitions. He did have a base, and that's a bitch to find in PSA 10. The refractors were numbered to 100. If Jordan had one of these, it would be a damn near tier 1 Jordan card, certainly a tier 2 Jordan card, as his only serial numbered refractor that I can think of off the top of my head. Serial number to 100, this Kobe is Pop 9, 7,200. Here's the chart, guys. So a Kobe card that's kicking ass and taking names over the last 2 years, from 4,400 in December of 2022 all the way up here to 7,200, a 63% growth rate. And again, when you don't see a card sell every day, that's once every 6 months this card's selling, okay? And so when you have delays and gaps in between like that, it gives collectors time to settle and marinate and make, you know, conscious decisions. And maybe the fear comes in that, like, if I don't buy it, I'm not going to see another one for 6 months. I can't wait 6 months. I need to pay a premium to get this card. That's kind of how it works, to put it in simplest terms. Next, we got a Doc Autograph 8.5, 10 for the auto. Yikes. 7,200 for that one. And then let's look up a sad sob story for one of my favorite players, my favorite active player, although Anthony Edwards and Doncic are and honestly Wembanyama are sort of pushing Giannis for the title of my favorite player to watch in the ultra-modern NBA. But Giannis checks every single box imaginable, except shooting a basketball, which is pretty important. 2013 silver autograph. These were serial number to only 25. This is a 9.5, 10 for the autograph. Pop 10 sells for 7,800. That sounds like a lot of money, but here's a horrific chart. Let's just go from the peak. How about that? August of 2020, just before peak Bubble City, 40 grand, 18 grand 7 months later, 19 grand, somebody didn't believe it, all the way down to 11, all the way down to 9, and then to last night at 7,800. So about 1/5 of what this card sold for about 2 years ago. 7 sales. The last 4 sales have been Nosedive City. That's a humongous card right there, guys. If there's a card to put you, and again, it's sticker, I get it, but those silvers are just super rare. Serial number to only 25. Awesome card right there. PSA 8 MJ does 7,800. Moving along, Caitlin Clark, 8,100. Color Blast Steph Curry from 2019 does 8,700. That's a PSA 10, Pop 11. The Duncan Go Nuts Jordan, you know we got to look this bad boy up. $9,000 for this 1998 Duncan Go Nuts Jordan PSA 10. It's not as low pop as you think, but we're going to look it up. Here it is. Pop 63, so more than you think. And there's also a bunch of BGS 10s. People think I'm crazy when I say that, but look, there's 29 BGS 10s out there as well, which most would consider superior to the PSA 10, although the sales price point is about the same, $9,500 versus $9,000, so pretty similar, but there's tons, there's 129 9.5s as well. BGS really grades this card well, over 50% gem rate. Anyway, to get back to the PSA 10, perfectly flat. This is the second consecutive upward sale, so I guess that's some good sign here. 7730, 8361, up to 9,000. Not the rarest card in the world. It is a card that's very recognizable, but it's been graded over 500 times. So let's not, get too crazy and too wild here. That's not the rarest insert out there, but I know a lot of people really do like it. Moving on, we got another Jordan autograph, 2007 Ultra SE Autographics. Blue Auto, BGS 9, Pop 4. This one does 9,600. And then Cartoon City here, guys, 1985 Prism with an S. Jewel stickers. I think these things, there's big box and small box. They don't designate on this label, but this looks like big box to me. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. It's ugly as it gets. I'm sorry. I don't care. I'm going to get death threats or whatever from the Prism Jewel sticker collectors out there, all four of them. This one does $11,100. It's a BGS 8.5. Here's your chart. Not great, not doing well. Again, very rare card. Total number graded 227. PSA 10s, 1. PSA 9s, 8. BGS 10s, none. BGS 9.5s, none. BGS 9s, 7. So very rare, very, very rare in high grade. And this card's down 40% over the last year, over the last 4 sales. But really tough little sticker to find. I think they came from gumball machines at like supermarkets and stuff like that. I think you put a quarter in, it pops out a Prism Jewel sticker card. Maybe I'm wrong. Somebody double check me on that, but I thought that's what I heard. Serial number to 81, impeccable stats, Kobe. I wonder how they chose 81. Oh yeah, that's right. He had 81 in a game because the freaking Raptors wouldn't double team the guy for some reason. I don't know. We're going to make Kobe Bryant beat us. Okay, I'll drop 81 on your ass. Genius stuff. Jalen Rose was part of that. Sam Mitchell was probably also part of that. 11,400 for that Kobe autograph. Yeah, autograph 81 card. And then on this row, we've got 2 Kobe Jordans, both Wizards, Lakers. On the right, we've got a really cool 2001 SP Authentic dual autograph, serial number to 50, PSA 7, 10 for the autograph, 12,600. And then on the left, we've got the 2002 Upper Deck Glass patch auto, serial number to 25, PSA 7, Pop 2, 15,600. So 2 really cool, I know there's a lot of people out there that collect Jordan. I know there's a bunch of people out there that collect Kobe as well. Probably the 2 most collected players from the 90s. I think I could safely say that. And then there's some people who collect both. And these are the kind of cards that bring those together. And if you're really, desperate and you really love Jordan and Kobe cards, then you'll even dip into the Wizards era Jordan cards. And these are 2 really cool 4-figure cards with Kobe and Jordan's autograph on it from the Wizards jersey, albeit. So PSA 10. 1985 Nike promo. I don't think I looked this up. I think it was kind of right on the number. Yeah, that card was about right on the number, 12,600. And then we're on the top row, and as I told you, we're going to talk about the Wemby. That was the highest selling Victor Wembanyama card of all time on a public platform, unless I'm missing something. Somebody can help me there. This NBA Gold 87 Fleer PSA 10 does $15,600. You know I'm looking that up. That is not showing up in here, but it is, to me, it is a surprisingly low sale. Usually the NBA sticker stuff sells for a premium. This one did not. And if you're looking at it, the chart, that's not the sale. That's a sale of $17,500 on February 29th. Here we are, last night was 18 days later, 17 days later, and it sold for even $2,000 less than this. So that was not a great sale for the 87 Fleer PSA 10. Again, remember, the pop on that's only 212. You want to know what the gem percentage is? 1%. Send 100, get a gem. No, not even, right? Send 300, get a gem, maybe. 1984 Star PSA 6 Jordan, 15,600. This one doesn't have an NBA sticker, but it is a PWCC sticker. This is a 30% sticker, so the weakest of the three stickers, of course, there's the A, the S, and the E. 30%, top 15%. Top 5%. This is the top 30%. 15,600 for this star card last night. That's the card we're talking about right there with Jordan playing in the Meadowlands. And this card does phenomenal. So it matches the last sale and then some. 15.5 on March 8th. Here, this one goes 9 days later, 15.6. That is the highest the card has sold for in the last 16 sales over the last 6 months. Of course, we know people were paying even higher for this card. Let's go to all time. That is the all time. So the most ever paid for the card, 17.7. This was probably the fourth or fifth highest price ever paid for this card. So I think that's a great indication for star collectors out there, especially if you were the folks that wanted it in PSA slabs. So good looking sale last night right there for that Jordan XRC, the 1984 Star 101. And again, everybody needs to do their own research. You know, PWCC thinks it's a top 30% copy. You know, maybe you as a collector think it's top 5%. Maybe that's why it did well. Or, you know, I don't know what is or isn't a good star PSA 6 because honestly, I don't look at them enough. And so everybody needs to make their own judgment call on that stuff. That's my sort of disclaimer. And then the number one card, this will not be the last time that I say Victor Wembanyama was the highest selling card on a PWCC weekly auction. I promise you the time is coming. And this Black Curtain Mojo Victor Wembanyama, PSA 10, of course, is a pop one, and it sold for $30,600. So it obliterated the 87 and the 84 Star and sold for $30,600. I've plugged in Victor Wembanyama 2023 Prism. I'm sorry, I might have misquoted. I should not have said the highest selling Victor Wembanyama card. I should have said the highest selling Victor Wembanyama 2023 Prism card because he has had 1, 2, 3 higher selling cards on public platforms. So forgive me for misspeaking. It's the highest selling Prism Victor Wembanyama card of all time. There you go. It even outsold the Gold Shimmer Raw serial number to 10 and the, I didn't know this existed, Jersey Match Green Shimmer serial number to 5. Now there's a green Jolly Rancher Victor Wembanyama lurking out there in the shadows. But this Mojo does $30,600. If you want to look a little bit closer to see if Kurt's card care was used on the card, no, I'm just kidding. It does look to be very well centered. I'll say that at first glance. The left and right borders look good. Top to bottom looks great. Obviously, it's tough to see any potential surface defects, but PSA gave it a 10. Say of it what you will. $30,600 is a hell of a lot of money. You could have picked up a PSA 6, 84 Star 101, and a 1987 Fleer NBA Gold sticker PSA 10 for about the same price as the Victor Wembanyama Mojo Prism. So I pose this question to you, and I think he's going to be the best player in the world in a very short time period. He is already the best fantasy player in basketball. For those of you who are nerdy and do fantasy basketball like I do, he is the best player in fantasy basketball, period, end of story, and only going to get better as he eats sandwiches and actually puts on some weight and drinks some protein shakes. He is going to be an absolute force of nature on both ends of the court. He's scoring the ball much more proficiently than I thought he would be able to at this young an age, weighing 105 pounds. And so when he actually puts on 30, which we saw Kevin Durant do, we'll see him put on 30. You got to remember, he's skinny as shit, but he is 7'5" and he's 240 pounds. So you can, or 230, let's say 230, right? Or you can go look at whatever he's listed. But the dude, I know he's rail thin, but 230 pounds is still 230 pounds. If you've got a 6'6", 205 pound guy on you, that's a 25 pound weight advantage. Even though you're thin, that's still weight, pounds are pounds. He just turns around and shoots over people. He's scoring the ball so easily. If he gets to 255, 260, it's over. It's lights out. He'll be one of the 10 heaviest people in the league and the tallest player in the league. And by the way, go look at what the kid's shooting from the three-point line like over the last 60 days. His numbers are absurd. He's already putting up 5x5s. He's a genius basketball IQ, an absolute genius. The mistakes he's making now are physical mistakes because he's incapable of doing things because he doesn't weigh enough and he can't move fast enough. As that continues to improve, this dude is going to be the best player in the world. I don't care what anybody says. Again, barring injury, and it doesn't mean he's going to go win 8 titles. That being said, I will never buy one of his cards because that's a ridiculous price. $30,600 is dumb. And again, I apologize for whoever bought it. I get it, but like, there's no way I'm going to be the first one that steps up to the plate and buys a Mojo for $30,600. There's no way in hell. There's just too many Jordan cards out there that I want. There's too many cards, period, out there that I would spend $30,600 on. It's just too risky. I do admire the person who's got the nuts to step up and buy that card for $30,600. That is impressive, but my God, there's a lot of things that can go wrong, even things that are outside of Victor Wembanyama's control. So just a caution for those of you out there who are ultra-modern prospecting. I don't need to tell you all the horror stories of all the quarterbacks and hell, we talked about Darius Miles today. Darius Miles was a really hot basketball prospect back in the day. So was Sean Livingston. So I could go down the list, Greg Oden, and we can go on forever and ever and ever. So just too much risk out there for me personally. But man, what a card. Great card. Victor Wembanyama, Mojo, serial number 25, does $30,600. Let me know in the comments if I'm crazy. Maybe I'm the crazy one. Maybe that card will be $100,000 in 24 months. I don't see that, but maybe. Something that we did talk about with me and a couple of my buddies, including the great Chris McGill, is what happens when it goes from a pop 1 to a pop 2? Does that immediately drop the value significantly? Maybe there'll never be another one, but my guess is PSA is going to drop a 10 on another one of these Mojos at some point, and now the population has doubled. Does that in and of itself reduce the value of the card through no fault of Victor Wembanyama or the hobby? So I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment. What do you think about Victor Wembanyama dominating this PWCC Weekly number 113? Guys, if you've watched this far, thank you so much for watching the whole video and sticking around to the end and getting to see Victor do his victory dance. And there are a couple ways you can support the channel. Number one, if you're interested in selling cards on the PWCC marketplace, I make it as easy as possible. Plug in the promo code Cajun when you submit your cards to PWCC. If you look over and you're watching this video and in your house or in your office or in your man cave, you see a whole shitload of raw cards that are worth money, but just it's not worth the time for you to go list the crap on eBay, and it's building up on you and it's closing in and it's causing anxiety, and you're like, you know what, I'd love to kind of recycle this into some seed money and go out and buy some Victors or go out and buy some Jordan inserts and parallels or buy some Kobe apparitions refractors. If you want that seed money, send all your cards to PWCC and let them run in the PWCC weekly auction. I don't even look at what they sell for, to be quite honest with you, because I've got enough of a track record of checking prices. It's going to sell for at or near eBay, and they take all of the work off my plate. And that time means so much more to me than squeezing every single drop of money out of a raw card that I'm not going to grade, that I don't care about, that I just want the money. Maybe it was a swing and a miss. Maybe it was a card I bought on eBay. I thought it was going to have a chance to PSA 10. I got it. There's just, it's not perfect. Maybe the corner's a little bit white. Send it to PWCC. Mike Baker will look at the card. He'll put a heat map on it. I think it's $3 to do that. And let PWCC list the card for you and sell it. In fact, do that times 500, and now you got some money in your PWCC account to go out and buy some big-time cards like the ones that we saw in today's video. So the promo code to support the channel is CAJUN. It doesn't cost you any money. I just get a little piece of what would be PWCC's money. They compensate me for my big mouth because I'm an affiliate partner of PWCC. And guess what? If you like buying cards on PWCC, you can also support the channel by simply going into my YouTube description. You just click on the Cajun Cardboard affiliate link. It'll pull up PWCC. Buy until your heart's content. A little fraction of your purchase price. Again, it doesn't change your purchase price. A little fraction of whatever you buy comes back to me, and it helps support the channel so I can continue to bring you very mediocre audio and visual. And I joke, and I say that in jest, I do need to get better at this stuff because the natives are restless, and you guys want some more variety and some improved audio and visual. I do need to get one of those big fancy mics that takes up the whole screen. So the time is coming. Anyway, those are just two of the ways you can support the channel. If you get some value out of this and you just want to say, you know what, Cajun, I'm going to kick you a few bucks, go click the PayPal link that's in my YouTube description. Just click on that link and shoot a couple bucks over. That's kind of the PayPal link kind of keeps me afloat. I don't charge a subscription fee. I don't do a Patreon. I don't take the YouTube money. I don't want you to see Cialis and Viagra ads, for God's sakes, or prescription medication ads in my videos. And so if you want to support the channel in that simple, easy way, you can click the PayPal link and kick a few bucks my way, and it would be most appreciated. And the other way is you can buy one of these shirts. If you want a Cajun Cardboard shirt, or you want to buy any shirt from Homage, you see that H? If you see that on a shirt, and you'll see it on NBA apparel all over the place, that is HOMAGE. I've got an affiliate link for you to use to go buy t-shirts on Homage so you can show off to your friends with clever, witty sports and pop culture t-shirts as well, and you'll be the coolest dude in the room for once in your life. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. As always, it's Monday, March 18th. I hope you guys have a phenomenal week in the hobby. Don't forget to hit the bell icon so you know tonight when the Hierarchy Revisited episode number 2 comes on. If you love Jordan cards, you don't want to miss that. You've got time to go watch Hierarchy Revisited number 1 with Josh Dawson. What you don't have time is to go watch the whole Michael Jordan hierarchy, because it's a lot of videos and a lot of hours of Michael Jordan card collecting fun. But hit the bell icon, hit the like button, and if you don't mind, please hit the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. These videos with the PWCC Weekly Recap, they come out every single Monday morning. I do this for you guys, and it's a great way for me to stay up to date with the prices and price movements of the cards, because that's important, not just for flipper, investor, guys like that, but also for collectors. We want to buy cards at the right price, and so hopefully these shed a little bit of light. Remember, I am not vetting all of these sales. So I can't tell you if a sale got paid or didn't get paid. I can't tell you if it was a good PSA 8 or a bad PSA 8. I can't tell you if the reason the last sale was so much higher was because it had great BGS subgrades, or maybe it was a terrible sale because the last sale was a bad eBay seller or had a low feedback. I can't do all that work for you. As much as I'd love to, I just can't do it because there's not enough time in the day. So you guys got to do all that stuff on your own. So please don't take the numbers and percentages and graphs that I show you and just run with it and go wild. That is not the intention of these videos. It's just to sort of give you a very cursory view of what is generally going on in the hobby. You've got to dig into the weeds and do that due diligence and make those decisions on your own, whether you're an investor or a collector. Again, March 18th, great week. We're going to have 7 awesome days in the hobby. I hope you guys have a blast and keep collecting. Stay positive in the hobby. And peace.